What's up, y'all? Bongo back again. I know this is a different type of video, but it's one I've been trying to do for a while, especially with the new brands like X Smart coming out. But it's basically, we're going to be seeing and looking, are bootlegs officially better than official brands like Funko, Sanchi? So we're going to be looking at that today. Now, going back into the, especially early as a plush tubing, early days of FNAF merchandise, bootlegs were trash, man. Like, they were really bad. Like, some few key examples was like that Fat Freddy, the Fat Foxy you would get, like the FNAF ones, and the FNAF one, like this Funko, these were 10 times better in the league. And even when FNAF 2 came out, the bootlegs weren't much better. Like this one, this is a bootleg. It's a little bit better, but it's still not as good as the Funko one. And if you want a FNAF plush, you pretty much had to get Funko. That was the best one. The only thing better was Sanchi, but that was even more expensive than Funko. And the reason people want bootlegs is because they're cheaper and they pretty much look the same. But the bootlegs were just terrible. So for a long time, Funko and Sanchi were dominating the place. But I feel as after a while, they got either too confident and feeling like they didn't have to make as good plushies, especially with Funko dropping all the black lights and not dropping what people want. Like, a lot of Funko, they would do like FNAF 1, they would do FNAF 1, they completed the set, every character. FNAF 2, no. If you wanted to buy every single FNAF 2 plushie from FNAF 2 character from the game but in a plush form, you couldn't because Funko didn't make all of them. Mostly the Wizards. They didn't make the Wizards. And Funko hasn't really made much Withered merch at all, which has always been weird. And Sanchi, yes, they made very high quality game accurate, but even now, getting my hands on these two Sanchis were so hard and they're more expensive. They even came with like some, stitching and stuff, so they were hard to get. So you either really had to be good at making like customs, or you would buy bootlegs. But even sometimes the bootlegs, there wouldn't be really available of like Toy Freddy and stuff like that. So you were really kind of out of luck if you didn't know how to make plushies, or you'd have to buy like customs off people, which it can usually be more expensive. Until brands like X Smart and VNKTVL came along. Now these are like VNKTVL, I'll go into detail on them first. They made the Shadow Bonnie, and also I bought this glitch shot from them. Now they were like, I think pretty much they were before X Smart, but because I remember them seeing them first, but they might not. They're not like, I'd say X Smart's better, but they're still pretty good, and the quality's a lot better than most Funko plushies. Like more stitching, y'all see the stitching, this materials, a lot better, especially stitch buttons. As you can see, Funko stopped doing that on a lot of the newer ones, like BB and stuff. He has stitch buttons, but example like a Funtime Freddy plush, they don't have the stitching because they use the printing that some people used to talk about a lot. But the materials are a lot better, and it just feels just a lot better and softer, more like an actual plush. When people saw these, they were like, all right, bootlegs are getting better. Like, they're getting better, but they were still like, Funko, Sanchi, we're still gonna rock with those until X Smart came out. And X Smart destroyed the game with their Withers and a lot of others. As you can see, like this Wither Freddy, you would think this is the official one and this would be the bootleg, even you compare them. Like, the detailing is insane, the stitching. And I had these for a couple months. And one fun fact, y'all don't know, this doesn't really happen to Sanchi, but it happens in Funko. After you have them for a while, like when you first get them, they're fuzzy, they're soft. When you kind of get them for a while, they kind of just, it's almost, they become dull and they're less fuzzy and stuff like a plush. But all my Sanchis, even after a while, they're still the same fuzz. They're still like shiny looking, and they're just great quality. And again, they're compact with detail, good. They're very stuffed, and man, they're just great quality overall. And I'd say I'd even prefer them over a Sanchi. This is all three next compared to each other. But compared to today's where bootlegs look like this, man, there's been a lot of improvement. And the pricing now it's not that bad. For one X Smart, it's gonna run you about 20, probably like 25 plus shipping. That's what it'd be costing me. Altogether, for the set, it's gonna run you a little more, but I'm pretty sure just during these Christmas times, they be doing deals for like the full set for like 80 to 90, which will save you money. So if you wanted to buy an X Smart Golden Freddy plush, it'd be cheaper than this Golden Freddy plush. Now that is because this is more of an exclusive plushie, but it still would be cheaper. And it would be cheaper if you were trying to buy this over that 10-inch Golden Freddy that came out, because that was around like $30 because it's a 10-inch. And it would be way cheaper than Sanchi. So the bootlegs have always been good for the cheapness, but they were always bad because of the quality. But now it has the cheapness and the quality. So a lot of people, including me, I even say this, are saying bootlegs are getting better and more of a good purchase to purchase a bootleg than a real one, which is really crazy to think about, because back in the day in plush tubing, bootlegs were heavily frowned upon if you had them. And like, I remember old days plush tubing, people literally leave laughing comments like, oh, you got a bootleg Freddy? Now it's like this is the norm, this is the standard. And you can't blame people, they just look a lot better. More details, more compact. And I know this is an older one, but even with newer Funko plushies, I mean, they have been getting better. There have been more details, like the clips. I'd have to say those are really good, because I think they're getting better because they're seeing the competition, but nothing compares. Now, I'm not just an X-Mark glazer. Funko does have some pretty good plushies. Like, I like the BB plush. I think this is pretty good. The Toy Chica plush has always been good. You know, Funko still has some good plushies. I'd say they're still good. I don't want Funko to stop making plushies, and I'm glad they still are. But I cannot lie, and I can't overlook the fact that bootlegs have gotten a lot better and are a lot better than Funko plushies. Like this glitch trap compared to the Funko one. The Funko one literally looks bootleg. And the last reason why a lot of people are going to bootlegs and a lot of people like them way better now is they're making plushes that Funko and Sanchi will not. The Wizards of Golden Freddy, Shadow Freddy. You know Funko are not going to make those. One, because there's actually, they found like out that the more scary a plush looks and stuff like that, and the more, you know, withered and stuff it looks, it's not going to sell as well. X-Mart is doing it for the fans. They want to make these plushies for the fans. Of course, they're getting profit along the way, but they're trying to make the one Funko's not doing, a Shadow Bonnie, that does be KTVO, but nonetheless, Shadow Bonnie and Fredbear. We're most likely never going to get a Fredbear Funko plush. We got it from Sanchi, but we got two from Sanchi, but one of them was very rare and you can't get it, and the second one looked tip. So overall, it seems that getting a bootleg plush is now more of a better purchase than an official. And especially if these bootleg X-Mart companies, they actually start making, like, say X-Mart made a Fnaf 1 wave, yeah, that would go crazy. And I think it could definitely be better than this and even rival the original Sanchis. But in the end, I personally have love for all. I like the bootlegs a little more now. But Sanchi, Funko, they all have a special place in my heart. And they're still all good. And I feel like a lot of us are just collectors trying to complete out the collection. So I think it's best to be a collector is to buy from all of them because, you know, Funko has the wave 1 of like Fnaf 1 plush and stuff. X-Mart doesn't have that, but Funko doesn't have the wizards and stuff like that, so you can get it off X-Mart. And, you know, so on, so on. So, my personal opinion, I like bootlegs better now. But they all have a special place in my heart, and I think they all are worth collecting. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which is better, officials or bootlegs? Catch y'all later.